What is word magic? Ultimately, word magic, like any other form of magic, is based solely on deception. The ability to deceive, to confuse, to trick. I'll give you an example. When children are around the ages of 12 and 13, just leaving the cusp of adolescence and entering into adulthood, their parents, their guardians, their uncles, their aunts, someone significant, always tells the child that their hormones are about to come into play and they're going to start to feel different, and the birds and the bees, and thus this is the effect of the hormones. But this word hormones, if you're to spell it, like say a little differently, like, oh, I don't know, like this, well, it's only then that you can actually see what it is that you're saying and what people have been conditioned to speak into existence for not only themselves, but essentially their loved ones, perpetuating a generational curse, a generational normalization of a world completely governed by whoredoms. And from there, time passes, you live your life, things happen, and you hear a lot more words. You'd be hard pressed to find a man or woman that hasn't heard the word blackmail. It's a very interesting word, this word blackmail. Its meaning is even more interesting because according to the dictionary, to blackmail or blackmail is, an action. It's treated as a criminal offense of demanding payment or other benefit from someone in return for not revealing compromising or damaging information about them. This is basically what the dictionary says. This is what is said. However, if you look up the definition of the exact same word, which is blackmail, which is what essentially they call us, it basically says something completely different. Because according to their words and their speak, a black male is someone who's of the color or jet or carbon black, having no hue due to the absorption of all or nearly all indecent light, without light, completely dark, without hope, gloomy, very dirty or solid, black factory chimney, angry or resentful. She gave him black looks, black comedy, of coffee or tea without milk or cream, resulting from the showing of great misfortune, black areas of unemployment, wicked or harmful, a black lie. That's the double speak. That's the double think. We live in a society where to say blackmail is something that's bad. It's a crime. It's a crime to blackmail. However, to be a so-called blackmail is even worse and has a different definition, but it's the same words. We use the same words to describe and say things because they're using word magic to essentially put a curse on all of us, to make us say things and speak against ourselves and think against ourselves without truly knowing what we're doing. And it's the same organization, the same entity that is thirsting to tell us literally anything that's new, anything that's freshly created in society, true or otherwise. They're thirsting to tell us all these new things. And when you look up the definition of the word new, and it literally tells you not existing before, made, introduced, or discovered recently, or now for the first time, already existing, but seen, experienced, or acquired recently, or now for the first time. It's literally telling you that new can be something that's created, and it doesn't necessarily have to be something that would fit the mold of truth. And if you add an S to the word new, you get a completely new word with a slightly different definition, but still meaning the same. News meaning newly received or noteworthy information, especially about recent or important events. A broadcast or published report of news. And they're literally telling you that news and what's new in this society, in this culture, does not have to be something that's true. It can be something completely made up. It can be something that is made, and it could be literally anything. And they're telling you what's possible when you deal with this dialectic, with this language. I believe it's a cursed language by its own admission. Now, if you truly think about it, like truly put some brain power behind it, how is this possible? You need something in order to help control people's minds and force specific thought patterns, specific viewpoints on the masses. And what do we have now that does that continuously, relentlessly, almost as if it has a will of its own? It's government. The word government. The institution of something known as government. If you really think about the word government, if you break it down, it's really the combination of two words that tells you everything you need to know about it. You have the word govern, which means conduct the policy, actions, and affairs of a state, organization, or people. Basically, it means to control, if you simplify that. It literally, at its base core nature, means to control these three entities. Control the state, control an organization, or control a people. And ment is from the Latin word menti, which means mens, mentalis, or mind, intellectual faculties, mental, or memory. Government literally means control mind when you break it down. And throughout history, so many of us have been the victims of thoughts and feelings and being overcome and overwrought with desires that essentially are not our own, that don't benefit us and have no place in our lives. Words mean things, and we've been essentially conditioned to literally speak our own destruction, to speak in a language that is essentially for the damned, for those that have no future, for those that have the ability to be controlled. And it's only now in our current society, in our current situation, that people have begun to awaken to the fact that what they are saying is directly correlating with their existence. It is the reason why they're unable to excel. It is the reason why they're always misinformed. It's the reason why they're always behind the curve. It's because of the words we use. It's because of the system itself. It's because of mind control. An overwrought system that is literally everywhere and in everything. Something to think about. Peace.